Okay.
Good evening. The special meeting for the Board of Education for Wayne Westland Community Schools is now called to order at 6:14. Starting with item number 327.14, the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to item number 328.14, roll call. Mrs. Madell, show the record as being 5 present and 1 excused.
Very good.
Item number 329.14, citizen comments, agenda items only. Seeing none, moving on to item number 330.14, appointment of Board of Education. So, as you all know, we've had a resignation from the board, and we went through, according to policy and the law, we have to appoint someone within the 30 days. So we did the search, or we had the open enrollment for those who were interested, and it came back that we only had 1 candidate, which is a very qualified candidate, I would say. And just a little short synopsis about her. She has been elected to the board 3 times, serving 12 years. She is already a certified board member through Michigan Association of School Board. She's still currently very active with the schools, with the literary programs, the Literary Corps volunteer at Taft Galloway, and she's also very involved with the Wayne Ripple Effect and other Wayne Rotaries and things in Wayne, Michigan. And so no other than Miss Cindy Schofield. And so what I would motion, or what I would like for us to do is, if anyone has any questions, we could have the questions, but I would like to see probably, if it's the board's pleasure, to go ahead and put a motion on the floor.
I move that we accept Mrs. Schofield's name as a candidate and an appointee to fill the vacancy
Do we have
on our
a-
school board.
I'll support.
Okay, so we have a motion by Mrs. Bedell, a support by Mrs. Madison.
Discussion.
Any discussion? All in favor? Or roll call vote?
Mr. Griffin?
Yes.
Dr. Weaver is excused. Mr. Buckaloo?
Yes.
Mrs. Madison?
Yes.
I vote yes. And Mrs. Walker?
Yes. Okay, motion carries. Congratulations, Mrs. Schofield. Would you like to have any words? Monday.
Well, as you're aware, when I left the school board in December of 2012, I had no intentions of coming back to serve on the board. But I really feel that it would be good for me to come back at this time, and I'm very excited to come back and work with the sitting board for the next 5 to 6 months. I think it'll allow us the opportunity to focus on the new superintendent, since you won't have to bring me up to speed on a lot of the board work. As Mrs. Walker indicated, I've stayed active with the school district. I volunteer 1 day a week at Taft Galloway, and I've also sat on the district school improvement team, so I'm very familiar with the curriculum initiatives and what's going on with the curriculum department. And I'm sure it won't take me long to get back up to speed on what's going on in the financial arena. So thank you very much. I look forward to joining you guys and working with you over the next couple of months. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Welcome back. Moving on to item number 331.14, approval of the superintendent contract.
I make a motion to approve
Support.
the proposed contract.
Okay, moved by Mrs. Madell, supported by Mr. Griffin. Any discussion?
And MASB for whatever job they participated in to make this happen. I think it's a fair one, and I think eventually it will be online. I'm not positive, but again, anybody who wants to see it can FOIA it and have the details and everything. But I think it's equitable, I think it's fair, and I think it's doable. So moving forward, I think it'll be good for her and our district. Kind of excited about her coming here.
If there's no more discussion, I will call for a roll call vote.
Mr. Buckaloo?
Yes.
Dr. Weaver's excused. Mrs. Madison?
Yes.
Mr. Griffin?
Yes.
I vote yes. And Mrs. Walker?
Yes. Now, before we go on to the next item, I would like to call Dr. Davis up to the,
I'm actually here at the
Wow, she was in stealth
microphone.
mode.
So the TV cameras won't have to be concerned that I'm not speaking into the microphone. I'm in the microphone. So I started with you back in whenever that first meeting was, and so I wanted to be here tonight as you approve the contract for your next superintendent. On behalf of MASB, I want to thank you for entrusting us with the service to provide to you to support you in the selection of the superintendent. It's been an interesting process. I want to commend you as a board for doing what you said on that very first night. You said, you know, whatever differences we've had in the past, let's pull together and get behind hiring a new superintendent, and you did that very thing. And you worked very well together, and I appreciated that, and I hope that you feel that we served you well, and know that you are members of the Michigan Association of School Boards, and we are always here to serve. And so if at any point you need our assistance, we're here. So thank you.
thank you, Dr. Davis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to item number 332.14, citizen comments. Okay, seeing none. Item number 333.14, review and recommendations. Mr. Griffin.
Thank you. I'd like to
You had your hand on the trigger. You was
welcome back Cindy Schofield, who is a mountain on the school board. She's been here so long. She's an institution, so she certainly doesn't need anything to bring her up to speed. So I'm looking forward to serving with you. I served briefly before you left. Looking forward to serving with you again. And you'll be a tremendous asset to this board, and so I'm pleased that you were able to at least come back and help us in this process with a new superintendent. And also, I note for the record that the superintendent, Dr. Michelle Armala, was pleased with the current contract that was drafted between the two parties, and therefore I'm very pleased, having reviewed it in depth, that it meets all the needs of this Board of Education as well as Dr. Hamala, because I want the employee to come on board feeling like she's treated fairly and that all took place, and she felt that way. She was happy with the contract the way it was drafted, and so I'm, as one board member, and all obviously unanimous up here, we're happy to vote for this contract because both parties were very satisfied with the contract. And I want to note for the record that she said that through Dr. Davis, and thank you for your service. Even though I missed some of your meetings, I was impressed with your service, and so I thank you very much on behalf of myself and the board. Thank you.
Mrs. Madison.
I'd also like to thank you for all of your hard, diligent work and time and effort into everything. Greatly appreciated, not unnoticed. And welcome back, Cindy. It'll be my first time working with you, and I'm looking forward to it. And no further comments.
Okay. Ms. Medell.
Well, I met Mrs. Schofield on the walk and told her this was her last chance to get in a car and go home. That once she walked through the door, it was a commitment. There was no turning back. And if she had turned back, we would come and hunt her down anyway and drag her back. So whether it's her will to come through the door or we come pulling her through, you're here to stay. And at least until the November election, and see what happens at that point. So welcome back again. And I look forward to working with you again. Dr. Davis and your cohort, Dr. Green or just Mr. Green? I thought it was Dr. Green. How much we appreciate all of the skills and expertise that you brought to us in this search, seeing how none of us had ever been through this before. We do appreciate you guiding us to coming up with a great decision. I'm hoping and praying for this school district. A lot of people out in the community are really excited about this decision, and I'm noticing the morale kicking up, even though it's at the end of the school year, when morale tends to dip just a little, and excited about the new superintendent coming to our district. So thank you very much. Kelly, thank you very much for your participation in the process. I know that's a lot of extra hours for you also, but I do appreciate all of your efforts. And Mr. Larson Scheidler, I appreciate all of your efforts going through the budget with me, making sure that the decisions that we're making here, we can afford the decisions we make here. So I appreciate that also.
Ms. Bedell, at the appearance of showing my age, I did go through this in '72 with Dr. Dyer, but not with MASP.
Okay, Mr. Griffin. I don't know that I would have admitted that myself.
But it shows my age.
Go for it. So again, thank you, and to all of us sitting up here for working well, playing well in the sandbox together. It shows that we are a team. Our team extends out to our employees also, and to MASB. So thank you very much for all of the effort that went into this, and I'm going to miss you, Dr. Paul. Going to miss you, but moving on, moving forward, as always. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Buckaloo.
Yes. Mrs. Schofield, thank you for lending us your assistance once again. You've done so many good things for us. The TAG program in its present configuration is in large part your doing. The literacy program that we enjoy now is in large part your doing. And the board operating procedures wouldn't exist had you not suggested it. You've done a great deal for us. You don't need to do anything more. We're very thankful that you're willing to step forward to help our new superintendent in these first few months and to help the board get through this as well. So thank you very, very much. And thanks to you, Dr. Davis, and also to Dr. Green. You've held our hand through this process. You've made sure that we haven't violated the privacy rights of any of the candidates. We haven't violated the Open Meetings Act. And really and truly, that would have been very easy to do had you or someone like you not been there to guide us. You brought to us a number of candidates, some better than others. You made sure that we went through the process, did an evaluation, and I couldn't have been more pleased with the efforts of MASB in this whole process. So thank you very much.
Mrs. Schofield, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking your time out. I know you're very busy, and it just shows your dedication that you have for the district, the love that you have for the district. And I think that it might be a short time that you'll be with us, or maybe it might be long. But however time, I'm sure that you'll make a great difference and an impact, and I'm forever grateful for you stepping back up to come and help us out. Dr. Green and Dr. Davis, thank you. Sometimes when we started this process, we were a little nervous because it can be a tedious process, but I have to say that you made it quite easy. And we're actually at the end now, and it was a pleasure working with you. Thank you for taking the time out. Thank you for helping us. I also want to thank each member of the Board of Education, my colleagues. Thank you so much for your time and your dedication, and for actually taking the time to have an open mind, and to all of us to come together and work together. I do greatly appreciate each and every one of you, and you make me very proud. With that being said, we have a new superintendent that will be starting July 1st, Dr. Hermala, and I just want everyone to welcome her to the family. and wrap your arms around and help her to make a smooth transition so that we can move the district forward. I'm excited about the things to come, and I think that we're going to go to a whole new level, and I think that we're going to see a lot of new and exciting things here in Wayne Westland. And once again, I'm just so excited to be a part of the process. I'm excited to be a member of the board. I'm excited to even be in the community. I'm excited for my grandbaby to start Wayne Westland. So with that being said, I thank each and every one of you, all the community people that came out to support us during this time. I thank you because I know that we had a lot of meetings and it took up a lot of time, but at the end, I think we've made the best decision for the district, and I think that we're going to just shine among all school districts. So with that being said, a motion for adjournment is always in order.
Motion?
Moved by Ms. Madison. Second by Mr. Griffin. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everyone.